Let's go ahead and call to order this meeting. Chairperson Leslie Ellison, CI.
Carla Graham.
Eliza Guido.
Azana Jackson.
Kathy Maywood.
Kathy Halloran.
Mary Bronner Hines.
Gina M. Racanelli, Staff Liaison.
And Dave Samples is not with us this evening, nor is Trustee Alfano. All right. Public comments on agenda items. Public comments on non-agenda items. All right. Any amendments to the agenda?
I would like to add a little thing about the Halloween on the 26th. So I remember.
I think we have that in there.
I didn't see it.
Adding what?
Unless it was Halloween.
Trick or treat Villa Park on the
Trick-or-treating
26th.
at Cortese Park on Saturday, October 26th.
No, she means on the agenda, right? You want to talk about
That's
it?
okay. We can do any comments. Then, if it's okay.
Okay.
So I just want to know how we're going to get.
There was something I thought about on the way here. Give me 1 second to look at the calendar.
What day is the trick or treating?
26th. Saturday.
This 26th?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Oh.
We're the third Tuesday, right?
Not regular trick or
Third
No, I
Tuesday?
know, like
Fourth.
Trick or treating's on Halloween.
Just come every Thursday. I don't hit it.
We'll be here at some point.
Okay. Just like a
Okay.
clock.
There you go. All right, we'll just kind
Yeah, we'll
of
just
tag
So
that
we
into.
do fall then on the same week as Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is the 28th this year.
And Christmas Eve is the 24th. I'm not coming.
It's always been the 24th.
No, that's a Tuesday, the 24th.
Okay, thank you, okay, for clarifying. Now I'm on the same page.
Tuesday.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a brains on this.
Okay. So.
Did you call the meeting to order?
Yes, I already did.
I wrote 5:38.
Missed it.
Okay. And can somebody make a motion to accept the agenda
And I'll add Eliza
or
as being here.
minutes?
Oh, thank you.
Appreciate
You
it.
should change that word.
Welcome,
I
neighbor.
don't know.
I motion to
Accept the
accept
minutes.
some minutes.
A second
from
to that.
the meeting on Tuesday, September 24th.
Okay. So number 6,
Okay.
business updates to upcoming events, past and past events. We're going to try to get this meeting done as quickly as possible so we can go out and look at the Halloween decorations this evening. So we'll see how we do. Okay, so item 6A is Autumn Jubilee.
I have a comment for that. Can I?
Okay.
So,
Mhm.
thanks to somebody, we stayed a little later, and you know the bee lady, we helped her help pack up, and she told us that she thinks that she wanted a little more stands, as she said, more
More vendors.
more vendors, right? And then a little less spacing. I mean, a little less.
It was a little
greater-
spread out.
Yeah, that's what she said. It was a little far apart. I mean, she didn't get not a lot of business, but she said she got a lot of business, but she said she didn't like the how far. She thinks people didn't really.
Walk all the way down.
Yeah.
So I had that from the people at the end of that row. And so the only thing I could say to that is, and it's no offense to anybody, I think when people could see the last 3 or 4 stands, they just weren't interested, if I'm gonna be honest with you, because they walked from the parking lot all the way down. And their thing was, well, maybe we could be in the parking lot. Well, not everybody's gonna fit in the parking lot then. You know what I mean? So what do? Put the tables and chairs on the path? That would be weird. You know what I mean? So I think they felt that if they were closer to the parking lot, their sales would have been better. And I can't say that that is so true.
Was there anything
Maybe
else you
if we
said?
had some kind of
Oh,
attraction or something at the
At the end.
to make people want to come there, like
Well, that's
maybe
good.
music or something, maybe that, like that saxophone guy or something, I don't know, something like that, that would make them want
Yeah.
to go.
So-
then. Maybe
so
face
sh-
painter, blue man, down that way.
She wasn't really complaining, because she said that they loved the event, and that they're like, it's such a good event, hopefully you could get the word out, because they enjoyed the event. Those are just things that she recognized
Yeah.
as, first time ever being at this
For
event
sure.
and stuff like that. But
For sure.
she was very, like, excited, they did good business, all that stuff. She's like, they found out she was the committee member, and so they wanted to,
Oh, yeah,
feedback.
no, I think that's a
Yeah,
good
that's-
thing.
you know what?
For sure.
She also said that she was thinking maybe like police officers or something at the end of the sidewalk, because she said people on like those, those like scooters, like the one wheel things and like the electric scooters, she said they were just zooming down, and she was like, she didn't appreciate the non-courtesy that they
Yeah.
portrayed while going in almost like, I would say almost hitting people, but almost hitting people.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
They used to have at the concerts, they would have signs that said, please walk your bike or something.
So at
I don't know if
one
you can
end of
do
the
that.
museum end, there was a cone in the middle of the prairie path with a sign, and at the other end, at the west end, there was a cone. At the end that she was at, not with a sign that said, please walk your stuff,
Electric scooters.
or whatever.
Yeah,
or
you
bike or
can't-
whatever.
You can't really make kids do it.
Right.
Well, I mean, and technically, even though you get the permit, I feel like from the prairie path, from the county, you're not on, you can't take over the
Right,
actual
I think you
path
still have to
Yeah.
allow people to use the
come
path.
through, I
That's
mean,
part of the rules. And-
if
and-
they
yeah.
can't be polite enough to get off,
Yeah.
or to go slow or something, like, I don't know that you can control that.
Look what the kids did with the Christmas trees a couple
Right.
years ago.
What
Sometimes
Christmas
you
trees?
just can't control.
What was that vendor you talked to? Who was it?
The
Honey?
bee
Illinois.
lady. Illinois Bee Rescue.
Oh, okay.
She gave us honey, that's all I know.
It's
the
best
Yeah,
honey.
she was the only one that had honey.
Okay, so yes, the lady who had honey.
Okay.
She's a honey of a
Yeah.
lady.
Interesting.
There was the
Kim and
three
Pete.
people at the end, and I'm trying to remember. I can't remember their vendor names right off the top of my head, but all three of them, they were at the end on that side, said if they could be closer to the parking lot next
Was that one
year.
of the cheesecake?
No,
No.
no,
Okay,
it
so
was
further
all craft people, no food.
I think if people would go towards the end, if we had if we switched the vendors and the dogs. I mean, we kind of want the dogs like closer together, but I feel like if the dogs are at the end, they might like walk all the way down to see the dogs.
Fair point. I think it was just a good open area to kind of contain the dogs, because I didn't want was putting food near the dogs, because I'm sorry, but I just don't know
Yeah.
that our people would do so good with dog poop.
And if you're allergic too.
Right. So, and by food, like, it just doesn't go well for me.
It
So that was
also-
kind of why that they were, you know what I mean? And because it's the deepest spot.
Right, and it was also shaded over there, which is what they asked for.
Right.
The thing is, we could go down the trail, there's not as many trees.
I think also because some of the food trucks didn't show up, it seemed very sparse in the.
Oh, yeah.
And like I know the henna person, she didn't get a ton of business. I'm not sure if because she was off here and then the other
I'm gonna
stuff was
say
on
no.
here. I don't know.
I really, because honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I was watching, she barely had anybody there. We had more people at the selfie station
Yeah.
with the hay things, you're cut out,
Yeah,
than
well,
she did.
I think
And into
Right.
that, to
But it
that
seemed like that-
idea
But I don't
is-
think they couldn't see her, you know
It's
what I
a-
mean? Like,
oh
she
no,
was
I'm not
right
saying
next
you
to
know
the
what we've
picture
seen. I'm
thing.
saying
I think it was just like what henna is. Like it's
It's a-
more like
it's
a
a
newer,
unique
like
thing, and a
newer
lot of
kind of
people
thing,
don't know.
and it takes like longer than just like face paint. Like face
Well-
paint's kind of like quick. Henna's
And to be
like
fair,
you can't mess
she
it up.
did mention to me last year that it's really not for kids, so I don't
Right,
know
that's
what
my
she,
comment.
what she was
said
telling.
it's not for kids. Like,
Yeah.
okay, so now she's next to the selfie station where the families are taking pictures. So they're not,
I don't know if it's because she was the only vendor in there.
I think it was,
So it was
everything
weird,
a con-
awkward.
It was awkward, and I think also it was the type of vendor that she was.
Yeah.
Because it was not a kid, and all the kids were there because of the balloon people.
Yeah.
Or the balloon guy, the face painter, And the selfie station was a big
But see, the hair
attraction.
lady who was in the parking lot was doing really well.
But that
So
was
I
more,
don't-
it seemed more kid.
more kids. So I
Yes.
don't think it was
She's
where
not.
she was. I think it's what she has to offer. It's maybe not a fan favorite. We don't have a ton of teenagers. We have a lot more of younger kids, I think.
Yeah.
Not that there weren't any teenagers, but I don't think it was mostly teenager. I feel like it was younger kids.
Yeah, I only saw like 3 teens who came up with like the tent. Well, people I didn't recognize from Willowbrook, I only saw like 3.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot.
I hesitate to say anything because I came on late at this, and so, but I think that you are all open to appreciate it like an outsider. I thought it was absolutely incredible. And the thing that I thought was beautiful, when you look down the prairie path and you saw those tents, it just looked like a really successful event. I thought it was a beautiful visual. But there's a couple things, and I did hear Leslie say we want to make this a short meeting, so I'll talk really fast. I thought a lot about this. I really wanted to thank Azana, who I don't even know. She was remarkable at that table. She was so like really encouraging. I'm talking about you like you're in the third person, but she was so good with the kids, and she goofed around with them, and I mean, it was really fun to watch her interact with the kids. I thought that was really cool. I thought Mary's daughter was really a kick. She really works so hard. I don't know her either, but and my very favorite was your son. This little guy, I was dragging my butt, and he was carrying these folding chairs that were quite literally almost twice as big as he was. And he didn't do just one, he did like 6. And he would walk up the ramp, and you could tell he was, I was so impressed with his perseverance. I thought, God, what a good little guy. The other thing I just want to say is, my feeling is, I feel like maybe and I know I don't have any right to say this, but I think it might be cool, like if you divided it up and had a morning shift and an afternoon shift. For me, and I know I'm probably the oldest one here, it was a long day for me, and I was dragging my butt by the end of it. I was so tired. I'm sure I wasn't functioning very well. And I just thought, like, if there was a chairperson, and then in the afternoon, the co-chair. And then, you know, when you're not working, then you can be shopping around and stuff, but I think it would be kind of like more effectual if everybody had, I didn't know, like, what I should do. Like, I did a smattering here, a smattering there. I watched for the trucks, and I wasn't really a very valuable member, so.
Of course you were.
I think, you know, like if we had a cleanup committee and a setup committee, people would have more definite ideas about what they would be doing. Because you guys work so incredibly hard, but it was a long day for everybody that was there the whole day. It was really tired, but I thought it was a beautiful event as I drove out with those spermatozoa, or the tentacles hanging out of the car. And then to get to Leslie's office and it's locked.
Did you have to bring them home?
No. In fact, they're out in Leslie's yard. I drove past your house today, and they're very cute.
Love it. That's funny.
So Eliza, we had talked about it. I mean, what do you think about making the event shorter from like noon to 4?
Yeah.
Because now the one feedback we got from the one parent I ran into, she said the face paint and the balloon, they closed up shop at 4. And then her daughter was so disappointed.
Or 2 of those. Instead of Hannah, do 2 face painters, 2 balloon people, because that was a
So
crazy
it was a
one.
big
Hannah we
hit.
don't pay for.
Yeah.
She just charges
Yeah.
the guests.
Yeah. But, I mean, that would alleviate some of the exhaustion. Because I think everything was kind of
Some of
over by that point anyway.
I'll agree, but I don't know if it was because of the weather this year and why it ended.
cold.
So yeah, it like dipped down. It got super windy. We had to take the tent down
Right.
because it was so windy.
Yeah,
but
it did pick up.
the biggest
For
reason
sure.
it got extended over from last year was because the food trucks, who we didn't end up having this year, suggested having a lunch section or time and a dinner time, so that you're appealing to people who can't make it earlier in the day. They can maybe make dinner, or they make lunch but they don't make dinner. You know what I'm saying? Which
But,
right.
you know, if you have it from, say, 12 to 4 or whatever.
4 hours
lunch.
is still a
It's
long
lunch,
time.
so eat lunch.
still a
We'll
long
eat lunch there.
And then I liked,
I
Right.
don't know.
I
Lobster was
think,
great.
instead of having like the bus, because we had to decorate it, we had to take it down, use that money for paying for a food vendor, like
Yeah.
you suggested.
You can't do a no minimums because they flaked.
Right,
gotta
so
pay a
let's
minimum.
pay a food vendor.
Yeah, just pay
Okay,
it
now
and
we
they're
got
stuck.
that guaranteed. And then we could put Sarah's group on the Prairie Path.
I think it should have been, to me, all in one area, because I think
Right.
a lot of people.
So we could save some money, we could
Yeah.
just redirect the
It was
money.
a try.
Yeah,
and
For
I think
sure,
it was
and I
worth
think
it. Yeah.
a big piece of it was that it was starting with a hay ride
Right,
wagon.
right, and
So
had
then
it
it was
been a
like,
hay
what are they
ride-
gonna ride to?
Right.
And then it was like, why don't we incorporate Kevin Patrick's haunted trail, you know? So like trying to make all these pieces of wants work,
Yeah.
mesh together.
Right, and I
Yeah.
think, like, your work, Carla, was incredible. I mean,
Yeah, it's great.
let's just face it, I don't even know how you did it.
Thank
All the
you.
vendors,
Real.
all the
Thank you.
the difficulty,
Moving
but I think
pieces.
too, that boss then got the village involved with all the rules, and if we eliminate that, then we eliminate some headaches. And then if we pay a food vendor, you were going back and forth,
Yeah.
didn't hear from, we just pay someone.
Yeah.
And the hot dog guy would have come.
Yeah.
He just was booked, so
Be
let's
the
book
hot
him
dog guy,
right away.
pay a food truck.
And we're
get
done.
Some really quality ones, and then, yeah.
And we don't have to worry about
Yeah.
anything else.
Yeah. 'Cause that's
So
a
kind
lot
of
stress
funny
on you.
because, I don't know if anybody saw the elote,
Yeah, that's great. A lot of people.
tent person. He said, I noticed your tamale guy didn't come. We'd love to join you next year and bring our elote and our tamales.
Perfect. Yes, love it.
Yeah, so,
That's
There was
great.
also a gelato person, couple that was at Brewfest that I got their information from. They were
Yeah.
really, really good. They were available that day. They could have also joined us.
Perfect.
Did none of your food trucks show up?
Just
Maine,
one.
Maine Lobster
I
and
like
my
them.
funnel truck. So then the other two were Spoon Burger and Tickle My Tamale.
They didn't
Spoon
show.
Burger came and
2 hours
decided they
late.
didn't want to stay. So they
Really?
just
they
left.
came late,
They
but
said
they
we're
came
not
so late
leaving.
anyway.
An hour late.
Yeah, they came.
Well, he told me we won't get there till 12, but they were later.
They were later than
Later than
12
12,
though.
yeah.
Yeah, it was almost 1
Yeah.
o'clock.
And then he told me that he didn't use that word. I noticed that Tickle My Tamale isn't here. And a lot of times they will split the pot at the end of the night so that they all make out with something.
Well, you know what? I
Agreed.
think you just
So, and he
cut
said,
ties.
I didn't know you were gonna have,
Maine lobster.
yes, Cousin's Maine Lobster. So I'm guessing it's because they don't have that arrangement with each other, which is fine, you don't have to, but.
But it was the tamale
Pay.
people, not your fault. That they-
Right, and to me, you're selling french fries and like burger
Right, I
meat.
think it's
There's
just
not a
nowhere
competition
near,
for the lobster
yeah, for the-
stuff.
for
Like
that
that's a
customer,
whole
I don't think
different
it's
type of
the-
food
yeah.
and, so whatever, his
What it
choice.
is.
His
But I
choice.
His
will
loss.
say
Not
that.
calling him again.
Go ahead, Azana.
Yeah.
I like Maine lobster, and it's his loss. I mean, he doesn't want to show up.
It was so good.
How many,
It
do you
was
know how
so
many
good.
people you think you had?
About 750?
I feel very comfortable to
Okay,
say 750.
so this is what I don't-
even think 1,000 because if, what did you call, concerts in the park is like 500?
Yeah.
I definitely say 750 to 1,000 throughout that whole
So
day.
Brewfest is in the 400s.
Yeah.
It doesn't hit 500. And we get 3 trucks
Yeah.
that we don't pay. And they come and we're there from, I'm sorry, 1 is for like the VIPs and until 5:30. So I'm surprised. I mean, 3, we had a 4th one that wanted to join us, and I said no, because I was worried that if we had another food truck, then each of the food trucks wouldn't make enough money.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 is a good
Which is why I
number,
tried to only do like
or 4.
one cheesecake person.
Right.
Because
You did your due diligence on all that really
Yeah.
well.
Oh my
And I'm
God,
sorry,
I
who
don't
also
know
feel
that you
like-
could have done
who didn't
anything
show up?
better.
Spoon Burger and Took My Tamale.
Burger showed up but then left.
And also-
He's like, I don't have anybody. And I said, oh, well, your window's not open. Of course you don't have anybody.
And you were
You're
only
opening
there
your
20
window."
minutes.
So it was just, it was weird.
And
But,
so who were the 2 that stayed then? The funnel cake and
and the lobster.
were they
Great.
happy?
Yeah. And I will be
Yeah,
honest
I
with
know
you,
the lobster
I
truck
am
was very
shocked,
heavy.
I am shocked at how well they did, because it's
Yeah, because it's
not for
It's only
everybody.
It's
People
not.
have allergies, you know? It's not for everybody, people have allergies, but,
Well, and
yeah,
Tribute wasn't open.
Yes, they
right?
were.
At
Well,
the end.
they did eventually open.
Well, I went over there and I said, get your tents up,
Yeah.
because
You got them
people are gonna
open.
be
Right,
hungry.
and I mean, there was,
But what? Why, what is with that?
I don't know.
They're
I
right
say
there.
good
We
ice
brought
cream.
the people to them.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
he
it's-
probably like the what I'm thinking about like for Spoon Burgers, like he said it sounded like he wanted to get out of there. Like
They didn't want to be there.
So maybe like took it long, maybe
someone
they
else
had
said
something.
the same thing.
Maybe they had something going on.
They had a better offer somewhere else.
So that's why you do a minimum.
Yeah.
Or maybe they just didn't want to be there. Like maybe they just were like, oh well, I want to lay down in bed. So I'm not. I'm like, oh well,
Day off.
I guess I won't be able to be on my phone, so I'm gonna.
I think even with the kids, it was long for them. 3 to 6 was too long for them. Because they were getting,
Their voices were getting
I
hoarse.
was really happy. I didn't know that anybody would be on the bus, because I was by
I
them.
don't think
And I was
knew
by over there, I'm
what to
like,
expect from their performance when we first started talking to them. So we knew we would do like a 3-hour thing. I didn't know if there'd be shifts. I didn't know that there'd be stories, or would they be telling short,
Vignettes.
I'm gonna say story. As people are kind of walking by, I didn't think it would be like stop and listen to this story for 10 minutes, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Like, I don't know what I envisioned, but it was kind of like an open thing. So I definitely think more structure and managing expectations. I would do
Did
that.
people like it? Were people into the
I
bus?
heard
I
good
think so.
feedback.
Cool. I think so. And
Yeah.
I think it's a good experience
And
for
people
the
asked me,
kids.
when's the last bus? When's the last bus? They wanted to make sure they got to check it out, so.
Yeah, I think a lot of people did. There was at least, I think I counted 6 or 7 buses. Because
Okay.
I was over on that end the whole time,
Perfect.
once it started.
I personally felt bad that I left Leslie's office a nightmare. I mean, did you come the next day and clean it all up, or?
2 days later.
Yeah, that,
I didn't feel bad at all, though. I-
That's why the tentacles are in the front yard, 'cause
You
couldn't get
the air out of them?
I was fine with
In the
it.
air.
Somebody else was like, these need to be out of here.
Yeah, someone else complained.
Stat.
Yeah.
So-
Overall, I think it went really well.
That was great.
Oh, I did too.
I think we got lucky with
Good
the
weather
weather.
day again. Next
But would
year's
we
probably
keep the
gonna
same
be
weekend?
snowing.
Right, right.
Would we keep the same weekend?
We'll have to see what we get. To see what
I
we
kind of
got
like it
first
closer to
Sunday.
Halloween.
Oh, I was gonna say that depends on if
I'd
we're
like
gonna
to just,
incorporate Halloween or
I
not.
do like it. I thought
I'd like it
people
because of the
in costume
Columbus
was
Day
fun,
and I
too.
didn't have like church classes the next day, so it was like.
Okay.
That like really worked out for me.
For that.
Didn't you like the kids coming in costume? It was really
I
fun.
did,
Yeah.
yes. They
Yeah.
seemed
Yeah.
real excited to be there.
Yeah,
I mean,
that one creepy kid and then.
Oh,
Like-
she was scary.
was
oh,
creepy.
yeah, she was having
good,
fun.
though. She
She
had
was
fun.
having a lot of fun with her creepiness.
Yeah.
The face paint and the balloon were definite hits.
Yeah. And the,
Oh,
the
yeah,
craft.
And it was a crack, because I didn't spend as much time by the
I
craft.
spent a lot of. I spent a lot of time. I would say
You
the
did?
volunteers that we had at the craft area.
Well, I think there was a
Did you
supervisor
camp?
that wasn't there, and
Yeah.
I think they needed
Yes.
more direction.
Yeah, they needed
And
something.
I-
They needed
I
more
wanted to ask
direction.
that girl how old she was.
Oh, she's 24. She's a year younger.
Who?
I talked to her a lot.
Okay.
She's a Willowbrook grad.
What girl?
Okay, the
And-
Ducap girl. 'Cause
Oh, yeah,
she
she's a-
seemed- She looked very young. She looked like
She's
a
24
teenager,
she's
and we
24
were
years
told
old.
that there was going to be 2.
But she said her
adults.
supervisor,
Yeah.
her
So-
supervisor was not able to make it at the last minute.
Yeah.
So she really stepped up to be there.
Yeah. Everyone else was just.
I've got her card. I think she's a great, she's a science person. She has a master's too, and then she went into public health, and I think she's very
Good for her.
interesting.
Yeah, there
Yes.
just wasn't direction maybe for them.
No, and she kind of kept coming to me because I was talking to her,
Well,
and then I was kind of like,
I don't know what to do.
you know, like I say, I was putting my feet up by our tent
When
taking a
the
break. but-
first groups showed up, I was like, okay, then when she showed up and said, oh, I'm here in place of my boss, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
She had a sign up for time slots, and there was more kids than the slots at the beginning.
Yeah.
So I figured maybe this person also changed something, and the Ducap person knows because she
Yeah, so I-
made the list, she made the schedule.
Yeah, she
Of
had
who was
people
supposed
down
to be
for the
where.
bus time,
Yeah.
and that was like 1 to, 2, and I'm like, well, the bus isn't coming till,
Well, she had a few time slots, so that they were short, call it an hour, hour and a half,
right,
volunteer time. That's it.
right,
So there was multiple slots.
okay.
Didn't you think that it was interesting that that bus driver solicitor came to pass out pamphlets and talk to
Yep.
everybody? I thought that was really interesting because he had been spoken to about, this isn't a job fair, right?
He was not spoken to.
Oh.
I was asked to call him. I had no idea what he had or what he sold. Someone interested in being a vendor. So I called and I said, where am I calling? And she says, oh, you're probably calling about your event. I said, yes, I was just asked to call and speak to, I'm just going to say Mike. She said, well, he's not here right now, but he wants to be part of your event. And I said, okay, well, what do you sell? What do you have? And she said, well, we're a bus company and we're hiring. And I said, okay. She said, you'll have to call him back. I said, thank you. And I did not call him back because it's not a job fair.
Right.
Was it,
I didn't
was
call
he with
back.
Rich Lee? Do you know the name of
I
the?
don't remember.
Because I had a bus company that wanted to be a sponsor for Brewfest, and I said, I have one option for you. You can be the designated, you can sponsor the designated driver tent. But I have to let you know, anything other than that is bad optics for a bus company at
100%
a craft beer festival.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he was like, like, what the hell do you care?
Yeah.
But I just,
It feels weird, right?
Yeah.
No.
but I thought the designated driver tent, cool, hand out water
makes sense.
and promote that, but they didn't want to do that,
Right.
so.
He was pretty aggressive. He was really kind of pushy with his sales pitch. Because I heard some guy go, no, I've got a job. And he goes, yeah, but man, this is a better job and you're going to be helping people.
If
And,
you had told me that, I would have asked him to stop.
oh.
That's okay.
I didn't see.
I was just
I
handed a
didn't
flyer. Nobody really talked to me. I was handed a flyer, and that's how I knew. And I was like, seriously? Okay.
People are pushy.
Do I have the right to tell you you can't hand out any
Right.
flyers?
You, at
But
your
if-
event, you do.
If it's a public event?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because what
Mary
I
and
would have
I
called,
got
if they
kicked
would
out
have
of a
listened to
event.
someone there, I would have,
Remember, we got kicked out of an event
I would call the police.
for the dog
Okay.
wedding. We were handing
Oh,
out
good
flyers.
Good to know. I wouldn't have thought that I
They were
had
supposed
the
to
right to
pay.
do that in
Me
a public
neither.
place.
And, the guy was there, Eric, right, from the
Yeah.
parks. If you were uncomfortable asking, you could have asked him to ask, he would have done it for you.
I wouldn't have even thought of that.
Yeah.
But I didn't really think he was peddling that hard. I thought they were just passing out papers, and I was like,
No, he went into this whole
whatever.
thing about driving disabled kids and how it's such a fulfilling thing and you'd feel good
So
about
really
yourself at the end of the day. And
Yes.
What, you don't know what his name is, though? I'm curious to see if it was the same group.
Yeah, probably.
But
because
yes,
he
we're
had
running
his
out of
we're running out of
time, so we should, if I find it, I'll forward it to you.
Okay.
And just a heads up that the Illinois Prairie Pack has their annual meeting on Sunday, November 3rd, in case anybody wants to go check it out. Just throwing that out there, since we have 2 events on the Prairie Path, so. All right, if anybody's interested, just see me after the meeting. Halloween Fall Decorating Contest. We are all set to go. Since we don't have Dave here with his magical computer, I've done it the old-fashioned way.
Oh.
So somebody will have to sit and do that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7. I have enough room for 7 people in the car.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I just have to be home by 7-ish.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Probably.
Sorry.
Slow down.
Gina, if you're gonna follow us?
Oh, no, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
I would ride with you. Gina.
I was in a 3-hour meeting last night, so I'm good with a quick meeting tonight.
Cool. So we have, the good news is that many of these are on the same street.
Oh, it's great.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 total. But again, many of these are like on the same street and some are like right next to each other.
Yeah, a couple of
Yeah.
mine were like a house away.
So, all right.
Hmm?
And then
I would love to
I'm gonna
do
throw
Country
item
bergamot.
6B1 on there, which would be the trick or treat on Villa Avenue, which is October 26th. I should be there by 1:30, but I can leave my table outside, or I can give you the key to my office.
Maybe it's this.
However you want to do it.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'll be there.
Let me know.
You're
I'm at
gonna
work,
be there,
sorry.
Kathy's gonna be
no.
there.
What
So it's
time
from
is it
1
gonna
to
be?
3,
Is
it?
it
Migration.
Correct.
1 to 3? Okay.
Cool.
Mary,
My great great.
Kathy, can you join us next?
Yes, 1 to 3, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm gonna be there about
I bet she can
quarter to
walk there.
1 to set the
I think I
table up
probably
and
will.
stuff.
I'm just that kind of adventurous girl.
Yeah, you are, yeah.
Do you need
Like I said, I
Azana?
can
Do you
give
need
you-
extra? Do you need Azana to be there?
I
I
mean,
don't think so.
I think, right.
we'll be, I mean, if she's got something
People,
going,
that's-
we're okay.
That's a ton.
Well, that's what I was asking. That's what I was kind of
Yeah.
asking. I know it's just a kind of a tabletop, but if you think
Right.
3 is enough, or does she need?
And it's actually gonna be 4, because when it's gonna
Oh,
be,
Leslie's gonna, okay.
and I'll be there.
Are we supposed to bring
I
candy?
can get it.
I'll do that, I'll give you the key that morning.
Are we bringing candy ourselves?
We should.
I was thinking, do we
Oh,
want to
we
go
also
to
have-
Target and get those fruit snacks that were such a hit for,
We could do that. We also have a ton of the glasses left over.
glasses? Okay,
So we have the
Oh.
spooky
Oh, cool.
Yes,
Halloween
spooky
glasses.
glasses, yeah.
that's good.
But candy would probably be a good idea too.
I would get those fruit snacks, those little Welch's fruit snacks thing. It was like $8, I think, for,
You know, that is something that we could get on Amazon too. And just,
I can get it at Target.
Well,
then you
then
don't
need to
you
reimburse
better
that.
do it real quick,
Right.
and you're gonna pay
because
the
it's
sales
this
tax.
Saturday. We're already
I'll
on
just-
Tuesday.
Target's right
I'll
down the
just go there.
street. I could
I'll just
walk
go
to
to
Target
Walmart.
if I
I
wanted.
thought I meant Amazon.
Oh, well, if you have
I ordered
Prime, you
something
can
I'll
get
bring
it
for
something.
the wedding, and then it didn't come for the wedding.
Oh.
Too much, so much for my Prime 2-day.
Yeah.
It was no big deal.
Well, I don't know if that's what everybody wants to do. I mean, it was like, you get 3 boxes of it, I think, would be.
Yeah, it's only for 2 hours.
Can I bring chocolate, like candy bars or stuff? Or just?
Yeah, I'll bring something like that too.
Well, if you want to, I won't go get anything. If
No.
you guys want to bring stuff.
Well, I'll for sure bring stuff. I mean, that's the least I
I
can
don't
do.
think we had enough last year. I think,
Right, we ran out.
I think we
so
ran
it's
out, so I think,
And I think it's good to get the
Oh, yeah.
fruit snacks, to be honest with you. Not
Bring 'em.
everybody likes chocolate or can
Well,
have.
maybe I'll
Right.
just get a couple of them instead.
You're bringing any leftovers back
Don't
here,
be
right?
stingy.
For the next
You know,
meeting?
maybe we'll do
Just
the-
get
we'll do the chocolate thing.
Get the
Just
candy.
get cake.
I'll get some.
Everyone
You
get
get,
I'll
you
get
get
some
some,
today.
because I do think we ran out.
Yes.
I
All
think
right,
that's it.
I think that takes care of that. Next up is 6C, which is Joyful Traditions. I don't know the date on that one, December,
Seventh?
it's always the
think
first.
it's
The 8th, is that the first Saturday?
Dad.
No,
Yeah, I
think
then
it's
it
the
would be
seventh.
the
No.
first.
The
The
Oh, maybe
eighth
it's the
was
7th?
Thing about
I'm just, we just got confirmed with Metra for the holiday train ride, and it's always the same date, and we just talked about it today, so let me let me check.
Here. December 7th,
That's it.
4 to 7.
Oh, you actually found it?
Yeah, on
Okay.
the Chamber's Facebook page.
Oh,
they
okay.
posted
See, their
it.
event's only 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're freezing your ass.
Yes, that's right, it's cold out there.
What's the time?
4 to 7.
Okay.
I think I'm still cold from the last time I was there.
Oh my God.
I know it's a ways
That
out
was the
there.
worst thing ever.
Do we have to vote on?
Do we
if
all
we
go
wanna
to
go
that?
for a tree?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
We did one.
do we want a tree this year?
Yes.
Yeah.
We have a tree?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
There is money in the budget. I'm gonna go with, let me think for a minute. I believe there's 375 left on, I can't talk. It's on that thing. It's on your thing.
In the
I think we should do a tree.
375 left in the
Joyful Traditions, but I could be wrong.
I don't think I
I
have any
think
of
we
the
spent
ornaments.
125,
I have
and I think
some.
we budgeted 500.
Okay.
For 2024. I do think we do a tree.
Yes.
And I feel very confident in Kyle's ability to make sure
Things go well. We'll
Things
be in the
go
right
well.
spot.
things go well
We got a good
for
spot.
our tree.
Have you back?
Okay.
We've been talking
How
this
much is
up.
left for the marketing budget? Or is
I
it,
don't.
is it in?
You mean,
And
like
it should all
walking
be
in
up to
Villa
date.
Park, not Lombard?
Yeah.
I have trouble accessing my drive.
So are we going to have a table or at Joyful Traditions, like we did?
So one of the reasons I put it on here is because Kyle was wanting to talk to our commission about it, but
Oh.
he did not come to today's meeting.
Can
I
he
invited
come
him.
to the November meeting?
I will ask him.
Yeah, so let's put it on there.
Okay.
And then,
He said he wanted to talk to us about his concept for this year.
Wow.
So I don't know what that even
Something
means.
like that.
Okay.
Or-
Alright,
Well,
let's see
the guy,
if we
dude
can
was
get
gonna come
him to
talk
the
about
next
it, but he's
meeting.
not here, so we're not sure.
yeah.
Kyle,
But you're gonna
is
have a
his
tree.
name?
Yes, we're gonna have a
Kyle
tree.
So you're
Schnettler,
gonna
just
plan
Lord
to decorate the
Schnettler's
day as
husband.
last time?
When did we
you know,
decorate
just-
last time? The day of?
Tree?
Yeah.
We did decorate
Week
the
of?
tree the day of.
Did we?
Yes,
Yes.
100%.
Oh, it's probably 'cause nobody else.
The year before, it was not the day of. It was a night or two before, because it was at night.
So far it says 500 for Joyful Traditions.
Okay, and minus 125, sorry, I didn't put it in there.
Oh, that's
Minus
okay.
125 for the membership that Cheryl had paid for us. So there's $375 left for Joyful Traditions.
Perfect.
What I
we
thought it
used
was, but
269, plus 199 for the
Mhm.
QR code.
I thought I put the QR code in.
Oh, you did? Oh, you did? Okay,
Okay.
so 269, and our budget for the marketing is,
Show
it's
it
over,
thousand.
it's over here.
No, I just realized
Oh,
I
there,
have
oh.
to I have one commission.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna order some more stuff.
Okay.
And when do we put the tree up? Is that,
They designate that, I feel like,
Yeah, when
right?
it's, well, the tree
Or,
goes
no,
up and
they
put the
put 'em
lights
up.
on.
yeah, they put them up.
And so,
Yeah.
and
They
once
usually
the trees
have
are
it-
up, then we can.
Can you
Yeah.
put it on the street?
Usually they have those up by Thanksgiving.
As long as
Oh, that's
Carlos
right,
brings
that's,
soup.
that's when it was.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll let them know.
So we'll have plenty of time
Right.
to get it up.
It would be nice to do it earlier rather than.
I think so.
I do too.
Yeah.
Week
I'm
before.
good. All right, I'd be up for that.
Enjoy it,
Budget
decorate
for
it.
that number that we-
So maybe that weekend,
I'm sorry.
Thanksgiving Day weekend,
Yeah, if they get it.
Okay.
Saturday or something.
Yeah, I think that's
Saturday
when
or
we,
Sunday.
yeah, I'm always around, so.
Okay.
That was last.
All right. Moving on to 6D, Holiday Awards. Again, I think maybe, I like the idea of the $50 gift cards. Do we have the money for that?
We're just gonna have two for the holiday? Or is this including Halloween as well?
Holiday home contest, we have $250.
Okay. So, 2 or 3?
I think we go 3 then, right?
I
No,
can't, you're, I'm talking about how many awards? I can't remember what they were called. What did
We
we?
did colorful,
What is it?
traditional.
I have it, but it's in.
It was 2.
It was 2?
I see
I thought it was.
3 winners.
2 for Halloween.
Oh, for, yeah,
For,
2 winners for Halloween, 3 for holiday.
There you
Yeah.
go.
I mean, that's what's on the.
That's what I,
the
that's why I
notes.
thought we had a 250 instead of the 200.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
Right.
The 3 were.
got it.
Okay, and we'll figure out, I think we'll start it like the day after Thanksgiving and go until Christmas Eve,
No, when did we vote on it then?
whenever we want, because we're not gonna have a meeting that day.
Okay.
So last year we did a special meeting where we went and we looked at everything and voted on it, and then went back and had like a little commission party.
Yeah.
We did the party and then went. so-
Oh, yeah, the other way around, okay.
Yeah.
So we can talk more about that at the next meeting too.
Okay.
All right,
So
and
now
then,
I have a question though, back to B. Are you gonna do the gift cards for those two? For the Halloween one?
yes,
2.
so we need to get 2 $50 gift cards. And Gina, is that something that you can get for us?
Well,
The gift cards?
$50 gift cards from,
2.
Just 2
Visa.
Visa gift cards?
you want to do Visa?
If you can get them, can you?
I can, I just, you know, they charge you to even buy them. You know that, right? They charge you to activate them.
$3-4,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Sure.
We can-
So
we can
2?
do that.
Unless you just want to get the 5 total, so then you don't have to make a second trip for Christmas.
Oh, so you're giving out $50 gift cards for 5 winners over the 2 events?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
All right.
Thank you.
When do you need them by?
Thank
For the Halloween?
We'll probably announce the winners at the first meeting in November.
Okay. So I've got a week or so and,
Yeah.
okay.
October, we're going to, this is Halloween, this is today. So I don't know, when is the meeting, the 4th and the 18th? Or is it the 11th and the
It's-
25th?
I thought it was the
It's the second.
26th.
Second, it's normally the 2nd and the 4th.
Second and the, yeah, because usually we have a meeting before our meeting.
So November
11th and the
11th.
25th, so it would be the 11th, I guess.
Okay, November 11th.
I'll just double check that they didn't change it because of,
It's Veterans Day,
Thanksgiving.
does that matter?
we're not off for Veterans
Okay.
Day, so.
So what's
It's
the
not a
11th? I'm
holiday.
so sorry. What
That would be
meeting
the
is-
village meeting when we're giving the awards out.
Oh,
Right.
the village meeting, okay.
Yeah, presentation of the,
Okay.
Like we did for the
So, and that's
When
at
we
like
were
6
still-
o'clock, right?
7th.
7.
You won't get sworn in this
All right.
time.
All right, so next up is 6E, any update on the clock tower project?
We did the surveys at the Autumn Jubilee. We got 20 people, and every one of them said yes, they think it's cool. Maybe half of them said that they would come to the events. The people that said it was cool, but no, I'm not coming to any events, so, okay. And so everybody said yes, but I was hoping we could catch some of the adults at the trick or treat and see if they'll
Oh,
come out.
yeah.
It was a rough place to get people.
it was,
Because
I think it was a
they're
good
eating
idea, but it was a lot going on.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it looked so
just a
cute.
lot going on, so.
Yeah, I think maybe you're right, maybe Saturday.
But a lot of people didn't even know what we were talking about with the clock, so at least, like, they were,
Yeah, so we'll keep
yeah,
up
maybe
the
that'll
conversation.
increase
and-
awareness.
Yeah, a lot
Yeah.
of people had to explain it to,
I mean,
you know.
maybe post something.
I had to explain to people what the
On
clocks
Facebook?
were, like where they were.
Well,
We still need to have a discussion with the Rotary.
Yeah, like,
Right?
Yeah,
when
so
is-
I was just gonna ask, I mean, do you wanna go ahead with that even though the Rotary Club isn't,
the Rotary Club,
Super.
according to the plaque that was on the ground in front of the clock, gifted the clock. It's a gift from the Rotary Club. I didn't say to whom, but I mean, everyone would think to Villa Park.
yeah,
So that clock has been gifted to Villa
It's
Park, so it's a Villa
The
Park
villages.
thing.
Yeah.
Whether the Rotary Club wants to join in at this point and help us.
I feel like it's a gift.
It's probably a good idea to
Well, I
talk
think
to
I
them.
would like to get them involved.
Because it sounded
But
to
I
me
wanted
like
to
they were
get-
thinking of putting something else there in its place, maybe.
Well, I don't know if they have that right, so I guess maybe we have to go to the board and find out. I mean, I had at least three members of the board filled out a survey. And I know I talked personally to Mr. Patrick and Carrie, and they were discussing, like, yes, it is a
Okay.
thing, I'm on board for this. So I don't know.
They're on the board and they're on board for it.
I just,
Yeah.
you
So
know.
I don't know what, other than, I emailed them on their website and I didn't get an answer back. So we'd like to come to this meeting or this meeting, the two before the Jubilee,
The Rotary
the
Club.
Rotary Club. So I
Okay.
didn't get anything back. So I think we'll just have to blindside them at a meeting, and.
I mean, you did
just-
reach out to them then.
Yes, I
Yeah,
did,
so-
email them, so.
Okay.
Did you use like a general Rotary email, or did you email it person?
I emailed from their, I don't even remember, it was a month ago.
Okay.
From their
Contact us?
website, contact us, whatever
Okay.
it was.
Well, I want to let
And I did
the
have,
staff know that you've tried to reach out.
I
and-
did talk, a couple, this was, I don't expect anybody to remember this, but I talked to somebody maybe a year ago on Facebook. And I got a contact, a message back, blah, 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 and I don't even remember what it said, but it was, they at least saw that and knew what I was talking about. Just because we go to a meeting doesn't really mean anything, I mean, it would be just a point of, and maybe we can set up something with the president, was it Mike Guerrera?
Yeah, that's
I mean,
what
talk to
last I heard,
him.
that he was the president of
Right,
Rotary.
talk to him, because we do have the inn that he's part of the village.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how you want to do it, if you want to go to him first, or if you want to try going to this meeting and see if anybody.
Could we ask to be
shows
put
up.
on the agenda?
I don't know how they're, you mean for the board meeting, or?
No, for the
Rotary.
Rotary
Well, you have
meeting.
to get a hold of somebody first, you have somebody
Right.
Well,
to write you back.
You can email Mike at his work
Maybe I'll.
email address and just,
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's okay to
Because, I
do.
think the thing right now is, do they really have these meetings every Tuesday? It did say, yes, every Tuesday, we have our meetings at Crazy Pour, blah, 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 so maybe, excuse me, I will look up, I can get his email at the.
I think it's just mguerra@envelopepark.com, Guerra,
UERRA.
I think. I mean, just to save yourself a,
So Mary, you're gonna reach out to him?
I'll write him an email.
I think we should at least check this.
Uh,
Then we can do this whatever we can.
Well, yeah, I mean, I certainly would love them to be a part of it.
I do too. I
And-
think it'd be a good idea.
And I don't know, there's another thing now, who owns that little park, that little land where the clock tower is? I mean, is that a Rotary, Rotary Park, I believe it belongs to the village. I think that's another thing, they donated that Rotary Park on the Prairie Path, I don't know. I'm sure
so
the
the,
Rotary, I don't know if the
you mean
Rotary
right off
follows
of
that.
Villa?
Yeah.
So that, I believe the Rotary Club donated the playground equipment.
Okay.
I believe that's
So all
why,
of these things that, showing that they're around and doing stuff.
like
once you
Lions
let the-
Park was donated by the Lions, but the Kiwanis Club put the playground in,
Uh-huh.
so the playground on the Prairie Path in Villa was put in by Rotary, and then I don't know why, I don't know for sure if Rotary Park was donated or what
But
the.
I
what-
kind of feel like if there's an issue with the Kiwanis Park, you handle it because it was a gift, right? Like Kiwanis isn't still involved. You know what I mean?
No, because
Rotary
what,
gave the clock as a
But-
gift.
we've just had these conversations, like, do we continue to call it
Right.
Kiwanis Playground when we have to replace the
For
playground
how
and pay
long?
for it?
Right.
So I don't,
It's interesting. Same thing with the clock. Like, are we going to them for repairs, or are we just saying, this is our clock, we'll
Well,
handle it?
I'm going with the thing that they gave it to us, it's our clock. The village wants, the people of the village are willing to,
Yeah. Well,
And at this point too, if we don't make all the money we need, we'll just have to put it in an account and.
then you can transfer it to the future pool. in Villa Park.
Yeah.
That was a big discussion last
We'll
night.
have a list of 20 things, and it'll go from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4.
Just put in a CD in about a year. You'll have enough money.
Maybe,
Not
maybe, who knows?
quite, but it'll, something.
My money CD, I got like $3.
Nice. That's great.
This was an award from last year that I was given the wrong address for the winner, or I don't remember
looking
who's
up his
winner
email
won
address
already.
I know, I'm almost
And this
wondering
was,
if we
I just
do
remembered that
maybe a different
address.
day when we
So
don't
there's
do
one
directory.
that-
Yeah, I see it's
So
on
I
there
have
for
no
account
idea.
before
Yeah.
So
people
we'll
say
have to
so
check
whether
for
South
that.
Oakland.
Really?
I'm not.
And I know that it
I
won
really could go
like
for
the year before, so.
So
I don't think that,
know. Yeah, if they won before, but I thought, well, at this point, I remembered that address, so that's just why I got that.
Okay.
Because you know, they really put out every year, so if they haven't,
Yeah.
I don't want to
All right.
disregard them. That's all. So if anybody has any other ideas, just throw them, write them down, talk about them.
Okay. So moving on, item 7, commissioner comments. Would you like to start?
Sure. So, now that I'm working full-time and that Taylor is a busier high schooler than my son was, I am resigning. So as effective January 1st, I will not be on the commission anymore.
Aw.
But I will be happy to volunteer when needed and
Plan the autumn jubilee.
Yeah, do we have to do that now? Is that our responsibility? Oh my God. That was the
Kind of got your name on it, Carla. I don't know.
No, it does not.
It has your name on
commission
it.
name on it. Nowhere does it say Carla.
Yeah, I think it does.
But I am happy to help how I can and
I
pass
think
along
we'll change you. We're gonna work on you.
any,
We're gonna change your mind.
you're gonna change my mind
Yes,
before
we have
January
we have
1st.
2 months.
Did we get
3
that
months.
$10,000 budget we spent? I don't have the time. I don't have the time for that.
You can all let me plan the autumn jubilee. It'll go amazing.
Okay.
Well, we could just give that $10,000 to the class.
Done.
And I think-
Do no events next year.
I don't know if the village would just put the $10,000 in another pot to
Right.
pay for the clock. I don't know, maybe they would, but I just wanted,
we're
I feel
kidding.
like I'm obligated to tell you that.
We're kidding.
We have those
I know.
Roper ladies come.
I think I'll leave Carla's off the minutes.
That one. So it never happened.
There you go.
Are you sure you're not just reacting to having a huge event and then a wedding?
No, no,
I
no,
will
I'm
give you
not.
time.
No, I'm being groomed at work to move up to a manager position, which will mean I have to travel at least once a month. What I don't know at this time is how many locations I'd have to go to once a month.
Like out of country?
So, nope, all in the United States. Right now, the manager I support just goes to Dallas, but there's another manager who goes to Washington DC, New York, Illinois, and Arizona once a month.
We live in Illinois.
And you don't get to pick.
Oh, but you don't get to pick.
So it's very unpredictable where that would lead. So,
Oh my gosh.
and I have no idea of timing either. I just know that that's the path I'm on.
Right.
And next month I will be in Dallas, but I will be at the meeting.
Okay.
So.
You can like Zoom in the meeting.
Nope. Not allowed.
Nope. So.
Call that woman.
Lupita. Lupita.
Call her Peter.
We got a co-chairperson job for you, Lupita. You down? Maybe that's what that number was.
That's what she said.
It
She
is,
said
yeah,
was,
actually.
yeah.
Oh, it was. I remember her now.
Yeah. Very
See?
interesting.
Timing is.
You guys didn't miss me at all. You didn't miss me at all.
Really? Okay, let's move
And your
on.
seat isn't even called yet.
She's gonna be like, I signed up for what? Excuse me.
Autumn Jubilee is her event.
Yeah.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. You run it now.
I hope you paid attention.
Oh God.
Okay, Eliza, you're up. Next, your comments,
Nope.
please.
Nope.
Nope, meaning you have
I've
none.
got nothing.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
You're all speechless.
I just said my piece. I don't have anything else.
I have no comments.
Yeah, me neither. Sorry to see you go.
Your family's also lovely.
Most of the next 2
Oh,
months.
thank you.
Very cute.
She, she got a henna tattoo. My granddaughter, who's 8, and she loved it, and it was beautiful.
think it is for kids.
Expensive though,
Yeah.
but it was gorgeous. I had never seen it. Like it had it looked like little beads on it.
Well,
It
yes,
was really
they were so
beautiful.
cute.
It's a lot of
Family.
detail.
Yeah.
That's probably why they're.
But then her dad said to me, my son-in-law goes, she can't get it wet for 6 to 8 hours. He said, what am I gonna do this, carry
No
her hand
bath.
around?
No bath, no hand washing.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Kathy, what you got for us?
Nothing.
Mary?
Oh, nothing.
Leslie?
All right.
You wanna follow that up?
Chairperson comments? Definitely gonna miss you.
I miss you too.
And you did a fabulous job.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Maybe we can talk you out of it.
We have 2 months.
That would be my comment, I guess, if anything.
Yes.
Keep an open mind.
Yep, we're going into the holiday season, so we've already talked about, we will have a meeting in November, but we won't have a regular meeting in December. We'll figure out a date to get together and go look at the Christmas stuff
Mhm.
and maybe have a little party for you or
Oh,
something.
we'll just have a holiday party like
Yeah.
last year,
Okay,
celebrating each other.
all right.
So we'll meet on the Tuesday prior to Thanksgiving, the 26th?
The Thursday, yes, uh-huh.
Oh, wait.
No, it's a
Oh,
Tuesday.
The Tuesday,
Tuesday,
yes,
yeah,
Tuesday.
okay, so
Yeah.
that would be the
Okay.
I
26th,
won't be
okay.
here. I'm going out of town for the Thanksgiving.
Okay,
I won't be here on that Tuesday.
I won't be here either.
Yeah.
okay, that's
Well,
okay.
you should check if you have a quorum. It'd be nice to know ahead of
We're not
time.
voting on anything.
Yep, we have 4, for sure.
How many people are on it? Is it 7? Oh, yep, you're good.
Yep, we're good. Okay,
I love that you
village
know all
board
that
liaison
That's what
is
I'm-
not
they do
here,
here
so
publicly.
village
No, but
staff
very cool.
comments?
I heard a lot of really nice things about the event. You know, the amount of effort it takes to put something like that on, I'm very, very familiar with, so, and to be volunteers and do it, I think it's really a credit to your dedication to the club and to the village, so I just wanted to pass that along and, you know, let you know that I respect that very, very much. I just wanted, Mary, I sent you a text just now with Mike's phone number
Oh, thank
and
you.
his email address if you want to
Thanks. Oh, yes,
reach out
yes,
to him.
yes, yes, I will do that.
And that's all.
All right.
Don't forget our,
Right. Do we
Gift
have
What?
a
Don't
motion
forget our
to
gift
adjourn?
Motion.
Gift card, got it right here.
Okay.
What time
Meeting
is
is
it?
over at 6:35, not bad.
6:35? 6:35.
Did you pause it?
All right, now we go pile in the Leslie van.
I go to the bathroom first.
No, you can't.
Okay.
Do you want to say something? No, it's part of the record.
What do you think?